So you never know what you're going to do here at the bike shop.
This is a nice system.
Thank you.
The sound quality is really good.
Your microphone set up there, Ari. That's Ari. The voice that you heard the first time, that's Will. What's going on, Ari? Can you hear me? Sounds good?
I can hear you.
Does it sound okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear the voice?
Yep.
Okay. Can you hear that? That's a key to any radio show. I've been trying to get this to come through, but it's not. So I'm just going to play it off of my computer. It's going to sound lousy. Oh, this gets me in the mood to do a podcast. It's been a long time. I think the last time we did a podcast, I have to look this up. Welcome to Bike Shop Society. This is our first show since, whoa, that's a little hot right there. I'm going to turn that down.
How are you, Danny?
Whoa. Things are going nuts here. I think it's our first show since January. This can't be. It's been a year since our last podcast, number 66. Victor's Spanish Adventure. So this was back when Victor was getting ready to head off to Spain, which he did, but it's been over a year. It was the last episode came out on 1/16/25. I didn't realize it's been almost a year since, or more than a year since we've done a podcast. That's such a bummer. I thought for sure we had done something since then. So yeah, we've been on hiatus since then, and I've been trying to get the show up and running for a while, and I think now is the time to start. We got new people here, new faces. We got Ari. What's going on, Ari?
Not much.
And we've got Will.
What's up, everyone?
Everyone. Wow, you're assuming that a lot of people are tuning into the show. That's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, we did, our show was growing steadily. So this is, Wilda has no idea what we're getting into here, but this is Bike Shop Society. It's a podcast that I started with Dan McMahon, the cycling reporter, on Cycling Reporter on Instagram. We started this show probably 2 or 3 years ago. Just kind of talking, and it was the concept was conversations that you would hear in a bike shop, just things that we talk about in a bike shop. And it went well for a little while. It was going, we were picking up a little bit of steam there, and then some travel things came up. I don't really know where we lost track of the show. We were having trouble getting together. We're doing it remotely, and somewhere along the lines, it just kind of it started to peter out. Life started getting in the way, and I quite honestly, I've just kind of lost track of where the show went off the rails. But it was necessary to take a little time off to focus on getting this shop straight. And since the last time we did the show, a lot of things have changed here in the bike shop and in the bike world. And, I think like I said, I think it's a good time to start getting back into the conversation. And there's a lot going on here at the store, a lot of changes. And I would like to, and you guys are part of the new team, and I want to involve you guys from the start, because this is going to be a part of your regular routine from now on. And I think it's good training for you guys. So, Will, introduce yourself.
My name's Will.
Mm-hmm.
Will Mackaman. I'm new at the bike shop here. Start coming in December and plan to be here and just help out with the shop. This would be my first year.
Yeah.
I'm from Iowa, from Des Moines. Kind of lived all over different parts of the Midwest. I've lived in Virginia. So my wife and I moved back to Chicago about a year and a half ago, and we're kind of putting our roots down here. And
you stumbled into the bike shop. And me and Ari, say hello, Ari.
Hello, everyone.
There he goes again. Ari and I were here, and this dude walks in the door and says, "I want to be a bicycle mechanic." You know, and
We walked in several times.
yeah, but the first, did you spy on us? Did you come in here one time? You hadn't been in here before the first time that we saw you or talked to you? Sometimes people creep sometimes, you know, I mean, it's not unusual for people to creep on the shop that they're interested in working at or, you know.
I wasn't creeping.
It's okay. I don't mind if you do. You know, we enjoy a good creep around here every once in a while. And, but, you know, you came in and you were looking to learn mechanics and, you know, it was the right time and right place. And we're always looking for somebody smart to come on board and teach, you know? So, I mean, I think the timing was right. This is a good time for Ari to step in. Ari is our new mechanic here at the bike shop. He started here back in May of last year. Mm-hmm. You know, Ari's been around for a long time. I've been courting Ari for a long time to try and get him over here at the bike shop. And, you know, finally things lined up and he was able to make his way here. And Ari, why don't you tell people about yourself a little bit?
Okay, so I started bike mechanics back in about 1990, officially at a bike shop called Bike Specialties. And it was a high-end store, and it was really hard to get in there.
Like all good shops are. So like all real good shops are a difficult place to just come in, like to start working at, you know?
So I just kept insisting, and eventually I did get a position in there and started assembling bikes and doing basic repairs and learned more and more. The owner was very useful in teaching me everything possible back then, lacing wheels and chasing threads on frames and all the basic stuff. So that gave me a really good foundation. And then since then, I've been working. I've been to many different bike shops around Illinois.
Yeah, what shops have you worked at? Let's cover that because
that's a tough one. Journey. Okay, so I started at Bike Specialties, Bicycle Specialties in Downers Grove, Illinois, and from there I moved on to Blazing Saddles, and I worked there for quite a while. Blazing Saddles was in Willowbrook. And then from there, I left the bike industry for a while and went to work at the Chicago Board of Trade for about 8 years or so. Left there, came back to Hartley Cycle Shop in Hinsdale. From Hartley Cycle Shop, I left and went to North Central Cyclery in DeKalb. From DeKalb, I went to Syracuse Bicycle in Syracuse, New York. Then I came back to Hartley's in Hinsdale. From there, I started a short stint at RTT in Downers Grove. From Downers Grove, I went to King Kaiser. From King Kaiser, I came back here to DC.
We so one rule of the show is we don't say the name of the bike shop.
Okay.
Yeah, we just don't say the name of the bike shop here. This is this is a bike shop society. This is bigger than a show about a bike shop. The people that I want to listen to us are smart enough to figure out who we are and where we are, you know, and they can come and see us whenever they want. So I don't. I'm like Voldemort. The shop is like Voldemort. You know, we don't
cannot be named.
We cannot be named. But everything else, you know, like around us, like the Palos Forest Preserve, the items, Tenniel Trail, like all that stuff, we can definitely talk about. We just can't say the name of the bike shop. So that's rule number one. Yeah, you guys are new to the show, so we'll do this along the way. I mean, you know, this is kind of what we talk about at the bike shop, you know, without all the
Right.
You like to talk about your largesse, we don't discuss any of that here on the show.
PG.
Not necessarily PG, the gratuitous use of motherfucker or cocksucker, unnecessary. But if you feel the need to say it about a particular person, a brand, or just or how you're feeling about something, feel free and just use it wisely. That's all.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I like the use of I like some potty mouth language every once in a while. I don't see anything wrong with it. Oh, we're doing this live at the show at the bike shop right now, and an actual customer has walked into the shop. That's the energy that I like at the bike shop. Why don't you help him out, Will? Let's see
I'll be right back.
Let's see in action. Let's rate him, Ari. Let's watch. This is young Will Mackaman, tending to a customer. Oh, you can kind of hear that in the background. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm here to pick this Peugeot. Oh,
there's a guy. He's here to pick up a bike. He's making small talk with the customer.
Is that all set to go?
Yes, it is. It's ready to go. There's a tag on the handlebar. When the customer says cool, you say cool back, Will. You say stuff like, oh, that's gnarly.
Or rad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah. Pretty good.
You say, Will, say stuff like gnarly and rad.
Oh, man, this is awesome.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
Rad.
Yeah.
Cool.
He did say cool. He said cool.
He did say awesome, too.
Mm-hmm.
Your wheels? Yeah, these are the old ones. Okay, it's all the old handlebars and pretty cool. Sweet. So everything is,
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of great adjectives happening over there right now. Look at that. Look at that. See, that's our training right there. I think he's going to be able to do this, Ari. I think he's going to be able to help customers, ring them out, make them feel better about what they're doing. Customer, can you come over here for a second?
Yeah.
Would you mind coming over here?
Yeah, sure. Not at all.
Have a seat, if you don't mind. You're on our podcast right now.
I've got good mic technique.
Oh, that's good, man. I admire that, and you're not afraid to sit behind the mic. Some people are really intimidated by that thing, but you're getting right on here. So, what's your name?
My name's Max.
Hey, what's up, Max? How are you? I'm pretending like I didn't meet you when you brought the bike in, but
Right, you're doing a podcast, so you.
But yeah, our listeners don't know who you are, so I got to kind of introduce you a little bit. And you just dealt with our young man, Will Mackaman, over there, the new guy. How did you like his service? He was okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, good enough?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't want to blow you off because Ari worked on your bike. So if you have any questions, we're restoring your a sweet old Peugeot, a mixte frame. This was your wife's bike, right? Is that right?
Yeah, it was. Oh, it is.
It is.
Yeah, she loves the ride. But it had some of those head stem shifters on there originally, and it's kind of hard to shift. So I kind of want to update it a little bit and lighten the thing up a little, and kind of.
Nice, and you got yourself into a bit of a project, and then you're like, oh, man.
Exactly. I didn't really have the time, and I always have so many projects going on that I can never finish any of them. So I wanted to bring it to the right folks.
What do you think about it? Are we the right folks? So far, so good?
It looks good. I haven't taken it for a test ride yet, but I will. I didn't bring the saddle. I forgot to bring it, but
we would have put it on there.
I trust you guys.
You know how to put a seat on, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think the bike, it's rebuilt from the ground up, so it's got the same things as same issues that a new bike would have, and that once you start riding it a little bit, the cables are going to stretch. It might knock things out of whack, but bring it back for a touch up or whatever you need. Cool. Once she actually has the time to ride it, because I don't think she's going to, it's 7 below zero out there right now.
Yeah, she's not even in town. She's actually in Florida right now.
So see, she's smart. You got a smart wife.
I know. So I'm gonna take it for a little spin on the street.
Oh, very cool.
Just up and down, I'll be fine.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, those are that type of bikes like our sweet spot. Ari did it up from. He even brought in. You brought some blue housing in from home, right?
From home, and
I like the housing.
Yeah,
it looks nice.
Yeah, it's a kind of a sweet touch.
Yeah, aluminum wheels are they're gonna roll a lot easier than those steel rims will.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of new parts, right? Ari, why don't you show people that we know bike parts? What do we put on there?
We took almost everything off, and then we added a new quill stem, TIG welded stem. Then we used some Velo Orange handlebars.
Ooh, that's bike shop talk.
Yeah, those are nice.
We have some Tektro brake levers, also some micro shift thumb shifters. Moving a Shimano rear derailleur with 7-speed freewheel. And then the reach on the brakes is really long because we went from a 27-inch wheel to a 700C wheel, which is a little bit smaller. So we needed more reach on the brake. So we harvested some Schwinn brakes made by Weinmann, which are longer reach, and then those were able to reach down to the wheels.
Yeah, when you refer to the reach, it's that those old ones, those old brakes didn't just the actual pads don't line up with the rim.
Yeah,
so we need something a little longer. So yeah, we have that stuff laying around.
And the hardest part, I think, was finding a seat post, because a seat post is a very weird size. It's a 24.0 millimeter, which is very specific to Peugeot. I was able to find in my garage a 24.1, but that didn't work. So we ordered a 24.0.
Yeah, that was the one like really odd part on that bicycle.
Yeah, I spent some time years ago trying to find that piece, and I had trouble.
Yeah,
I had a lot of trouble.
Yeah, we just resorted to eBay. We just got it off of eBay and found a guy who had one. So
awesome,
perfect use of eBay. That's saves a lot of people.
We cleaned the frame really well with some bike wash, and then we applied 2 or 3 coats of the Meguiar's wax on it. So we got it to shine really nice and clean all the cruddy stuff that was on there for many years. So the frame is as good as can be,
That's awesome.
And it's going to ride for a very long time. So steel bikes ride really nice.
Mm-hmm. It's a prime time to bring a bike like that into bike shop, because we got nothing to do sometimes. So it's a beautiful, it's something you can really lean into and do a lot of unnecessary stuff to it, or not necessarily unnecessary, but things that you generally wouldn't do, the heat of the summer. If it didn't need it, you wouldn't do it. But at this time of the year, you do it in some cases, just to play with a bike a little bit, just to refresh your skills. So, yeah.
And it's nice to bring something that old back to life.
Mm-hmm.
And
good.
Keep it rolling.
I'm glad that you guys felt that way, because that was kind of the idea.
Oh, we love vintage bikes here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like, what I actually like, old bikes, if it means something to the person who's riding it, I don't care what it is, an old Huffy or whatever it is, as long as if it means something to you and you like riding it, we're happy to fix it. We're happy to work it and get that thing working like new, because at the end of the day, I honestly don't really care about bikes. Bikes, I don't like the machine itself. I don't really care about them. There's new ones every day. Well, I care about what people do with their bike. It's and where it can take you and the stories you can make. There's plenty of really pretty bikes that nobody does anything with. I don't. So that
experience. The experience is what's valuable.
Yeah, I've worked on some really cheap bikes that have been ridden around the world. Just the stories that bike can tell is that's kind of the magic, and as far as bikes, just catalogs and catalogs and catalogs of bikes, so
right.
It's cool that somebody's going to appreciate this, so.
Yeah. Well, thanks guys. I mean, I feel like I got pretty good value too.
Yeah. Well, you get to be on a podcast, shit, man.
You know, just send me the file as part of the final invoice.
Yeah.
Proof that you kind of.
Yeah, we will.
You gave me the explanation.
I'm gonna make you sound really good. Look, I'm gonna give you some. There you go. Thanks, Max. I really appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll let you go. Thanks for being on here. Thanks for bringing the bike in, and a young Will will get you taken care of and get you out of here.
Sounds good.
You have any questions about your bike or anything?
The shifting was always the thing that was like. So those indexing shifters, or they just kind of click, or like they
click right into the gear.
That's awesome.
So when the cables stretch, you might have a little shifting issue, and you're welcome to just bring it back, and we'll touch that up for you.
Cool.
And the brakes too, if they get a little loose because the cables and the housing all settle and stretch.
Yeah.
Then we'll take care of that.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a living, breathing thing, man. Just bring it by if you got any trouble. And, this is your first time here at the shop?
No, I brought my other bike, and I was riding it, and you worked on my bottom bracket.
Okay.
Like you did a little overhaul. It was creaking a little bit.
While you were riding? Like you were out on the road?
Yeah, I was riding up around here.
Okay.
I live in Palos, and it had a little creak, so you just pulled it all apart. I went across over to the brewery.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, now you remind me. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a Soma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
See, he's got nice bikes.
Yeah, Soma's a good bike.
See?
Yeah.
I did a creaky bottom bracket while you had a beer. Come on, how good is that?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Huh? That is pretty good. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So, anytime, man. Anytime. You got us here, and if you want to just hang out, and, if you want us to let you know the next time we record, you're welcome to come down.
Sounds good. I think I have another project too. I have this a Trek. It's like a 90s Trek mountain bike. It's the same. It's was it SX, like a X6000? It's the same bike that came with the Volkswagen Jetta.
Oh, it's the blue one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that
but
bike.
It's not the one with the Volkswagen, because I saw it at the dealership up the street.
Uh-huh.
They had that Volkswagen Trek in the dealership.
Yeah.
It's the same bike that I have, but it has, the embroidered seat and everything.
Okay.
So I have the same Trek.
Probably like a 6000, right?
Yeah, and it's in great shape. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it might just need a little tune-up. I think everything works.
Oh, bring it by. I'd like to see it.
I have a Trek 6000.
Do you?
That's my winter bike.
It's an old one before they had shocks. I think it has a steel fork.
Oh yeah, it was an aluminum frame with a steel fork.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Easton tubing on
Easton tubing. Yep. I know that Easton because they used to make hockey sticks too.
Mm-hmm. Baseball bats, all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, bring it by whenever you're ready, man.
Yeah, I ride it through the forest, so I can ride it from home to here and just.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a perfect bike for
right in
for Palos. So
yeah, that's great. You guys are here. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Any other fun projects coming up? Any other cool bikes you guys are working on right now?
Oh, we're about to start a Surly build. Just ordered some parts. So we're building a touring bike for somebody. It's an Ogre, right?
Yeah, Surly Ogre.
Surly Ogre. It's a big one.
Like getting it all decked out and everything. They going on a big trip or something? Or
he's aspiring to.
Okay.
But we're
into it.
Yeah, so we're gonna build him the dream machine.
From scratch.
From scratch. From a frame up.
Yep.
So we were just ordering everything.
Custom wheels, everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to build the wheels, cut the spokes.
It's like group set. Is it a Shimano or SRAM?
It's a Shimano. It's the new Qs. They've got a new group of parts group. It's a Qs group. It's a little bit more economical, and they're trying to streamline all of their offerings and kind of get rid of some of those. The variety of names that they've got out there, and I think in the next couple of years you're just going to see this Qs system all across all the bikes, like OEM, all the stuff that's coming from the manufacturers. It's all going to be some sort of a Qs. We've seen a bunch of it. It works well. It's priced right, and.
Seems durable.
I think that's all you can ask for. Yeah, it's only been out for about a year or so, but everything we've seen is, there's nothing not to like so far. So,
cool.
Yeah, it'll be a fun build. We're putting rear rack on it and old man mountain rack and custom wheels. I mean, it's hard not to like that the build that we're putting together for that one. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you guys think about? I have like the center pull brakes on my Soma, but it's actually the disc frame. When I had it built, I had the mechanic at the time just raise on some little mounts for the.
You had him custom braze?
Yeah, well,
Really?
he did it. He's like, yeah. I was like, I don't know. At the time, I kind of didn't. I didn't want to deal with the disc and the maintenance.
Yeah.
So, but I'm thinking about going back. Do you think there's any? Do you think I should do that, or is it not really? Is it not really worth it?
Like go back
To disc from what is it?
What kind of bike is it? A mountain bike or?
No, it's the double cross Soma. So
it's like a cyclocross.
Cyclocross bike, yeah. So it's built for disc, but
it's a big upgrade. I mean, if those brakes have been doing fine by you, I mean,
yeah, they're fine. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, because you'd have to get a whole new wheel set. You'd have to get a brake set.
The wheels are actually the original
disc
wheels. That
okay.
The disc, they were custom made built by the guy I bought the.
Oh wow.
The frame off.
So you could probably do disc and rim brake at the same time.
Yeah, that would be a unique. That would be a unique bike. Yeah, they make levers that will allow us to do
power?
That. Right.
I don't know. I was thinking about switching back. And just I don't know, because at the time I felt like maybe I didn't have the most informed decision, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
You can bring it by. We'll take a look at it gladly.
Yeah. I mean, it
would just involve getting
rotors,
components.
Yeah, rotors and some
calipers,
and you bring it by.
Yeah,
we'll do a little. We'll take a look see and see if it's worth it. I mean, the disc brakes are. They've got their pros and cons, but they've worked out a lot of the bugs when it comes to that stuff. And if you just do a mechanical brake set, I mean, they're nice. I wouldn't see a lot of failures with it, and it's tough to argue with some of the.
They work nice in the wet.
Yeah, sloppier weather if you're riding around in the mud and stuff like that. There's definitely an advantage to them.
Sometimes not too much.
And if your wheel comes out of true, there's more tolerance.
Yeah, speaking of which, that's something I probably need.
Yeah, you can. I mean, like you can lose a spoke. You can lose a spoke in a wheel and still ride home pretty comfortably.
I don't know when the last time I had my wheels trued, so maybe it's time this spring. I'll bring it in for that too.
Yeah, come on by, man.
Make a list.
For sure.
Checklist.
There you go.
Cool.
There you go.
Well, I'm excited to take this for a ride, so.
Cool. Come back and give us an update. We'll plan a podcast around you when you bring the new bike in.
Yeah, I'll bring my wife by on it.
Yeah, look at that, man.
It's hers.
Yeah, we got a guy now already. Yeah. First show back in almost a year or whatever since the last time we did a show here. And
you got how many episodes you got up?
It's 66 when we stopped doing them. Yeah. And so I mean we'd been going for 2 or 3 years, and then last year, like I was telling Ari, I just I pulled the plug. It was like the show just it wasn't sounding real good to me, and I was a little down. And the show and the shop wasn't. We were just kind of in reset mode, So I don't have the bandwidth and the mental fortitude to rebuild the shop and do the podcast at the same time. So,
of course, yeah.
So I just I decided to wait until now, I guess, until today. Just,
oh wow,
yeah. So first time in a year, and here you are, and that's a good sign. So,
all right, well. All right. I'll give a shout out to my wife Lucy and.
Oh, there you go, Max. All right, see,
yeah,
there you go.
She'll maybe I'll get her listening to the podcast.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Let's see, we're doing stuff. We're doing big things here in Willow Springs.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Putting us up on the map here over here.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Southwest suburbs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're hipping up the Southwest suburbs. It's like Southwest suburbs have always been kind of a forgotten place. It's always been kind of. It's home for me, but I've always worked in down in the city. My bike shops I worked at were in downtown and up on the north side and in Lincoln Park. And the south side of Chicago in general has always been kind of an afterthought for most people down there, and especially like the southwest suburbs. Like nobody, there's nothing. Granted, there wasn't a lot of reason to come out here. The only reason people from the city would come out here was to ride mountain bikes in the forest preserve, and but now things things are changing. In this area, things have really started to shift over the last 5 years. The area is turning over. And during COVID, a lot of people were exposed to this area because of the forest preserve.
Yeah, that's when we moved out here.
Did you?
Yeah.
See, you're test case right there.
It's kind of the inspiration was part of it, was getting out, and it was kind of the push.
So where are you from originally?
Well, I grew up in Cleveland area, Euclid, Ohio.
Okay.
But my wife's from around here. She grew up in Darien.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So we moved out here about 4 years ago from the city.
Yeah, see, you're that guy that I'm describing. There were a lot of people that. Well,
Be a trendsetter at some point in my life.
You are. I mean, and it makes sense, right? I mean, the people. The thing that I heard echoed here a lot was, I sold my condo downtown, and I couldn't afford to move to any of the northern or western suburbs, but the south side was still affordable, and I could sell a condo downtown and buy a house out here with a garage and a yard,
a
yard,
exactly, yeah.
And be 5 minutes from the forest preserve.
Yeah.
Or bike paths or whatever, you have it. And, there's no way you could do that in any of the northern suburbs or even the western. There's no way you can't touch that. But the south side was it was affordable. But that was 4 years ago. Now it's like things have really, the people have caught on in this entire area along Archer from here, Lamont, Lockport, even, out to Joliet, it's really starting to blow up, so.
Yeah. Especially with the train line, too.
Yeah, if they ever start doing regular train service on this line here.
That would be
huge.
Yeah, I don't know. There's that little Palos in the preserve put in that little trail. It goes from 111th and 86th.
Yeah, the new one.
And it just goes from there, and it goes along the water, or the river to, behind that football field.
Yeah.
It goes to the metro stop.
Yeah.
So during the week, it's great. I can ride there in 10 minutes. Get on the train.
Wow.
But if it doesn't run on the weekend, so it's kind of
and I think
need to get out of work early or something, for it to work out.
That's the one thing, But I think that will change. I think that they've been able to get away with that because the people out here were it was an older population, not a lot of people going downtown to work anymore. And I think as the demand along this area grows, as younger people like you start coming in, people who are still working downtown need to get downtown, there'll be more demand for that.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife works downtown all the time, for her work. And so she uses the train all the time. She'll throw her bike on there.
Wow.
She's got a folding e-bike.
Okay.
So she'll bring that on there so she can zip a little quicker. That was a nice purchase, that little e-bike. But yeah, the train, if that would run on the weekends, that would just open up a whole another thing. Yeah,
they do a thing here once or twice a year where Metro runs trains out here on the weekend to encourage people to come and just explore this area. But there's such a disconnect. They don't let the bike shops know that people can, that these trains are running. And a lot of these people come out on bicycles, to ride the forest preserve or ride the bike trails. But they forget to let us know and clue us in that, what weekend it is. So we always have to go. Luckily now I go and look for it,
do
but
some research.
But the first 2 years, nobody even told us until people started showing up and they're like, hey, we got this, there's this thing going on. I'm like, well,
I've never taken this one over here because it's once or twice a day or something. It's really only very infrequent.
Yeah, see that's it's only at rush hour, in the morning and at night, a couple of trains in the morning and a couple in the evening, and then no weekend service, and it also shares the line with freight, so it can be a little you can get caught. You can get caught, and it's unpredictable. So
sort of like the eternal problem with the Southwest service line too. That's
the
reason.
Yeah,
is freight, I guess. I don't
know. Yeah,
and I don't know.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll fix some of that stuff. So
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
All right, man.
Fun talking with you guys.
No, thank you, man.
Nice
Thank
to
you,
put on the
Max.
cans.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Right? It's very professional.
Yeah, it is. Sounds good. What,
Good.
What is it? What kid? You got the task cam with these Rode mics?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very
What
nice.
do you do a little bit of this yourself?
Yeah, I work at the Moraine Valley Community College, just around the corner.
You do a show over there or what?
No, I don't work in the theater, but I work in multimedia, which is underneath IT. And
Oh, wow. Okay.
I used to do more of the show production and audio, live sound and stuff.
At Moraine.
Not at Moraine, but before Moraine.
Before Moraine.
Yeah, Moraine. I mean, we do a little bit of event
Yeah,
audio,
okay.
but the music stuff is the theater, and
So-
they have their own team and everything. But so I do like more of the classroom stuff. And
Okay.
I just finished a training. Actually, it was like a 4-day training today, in like programming, like controllers for rooms. You'll have turn on projectors and switch inputs and have the buttons light up and have response and design the interface and everything like that. So,
Wow.
That's interesting.
yeah. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, it's nice. I've been there about 3.5 years.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's convenient. You live right there, so.
Well, yeah, I moved out here and then saw that there was a need over there, and so I kind of chased that position.
Oh, cool. And it sounds like you did a little audio production and stuff in the city, or did you work like in music or venues?
Yeah, I did. I worked around for a while. Let's see, where did I for a number of years I worked at a venue in Rogers Park called the Main Stage.
Okay.
Right on Morse and like right off the red line there. They called it Main because it was Morse and Wayne.
Okay.
And it was the Morse Theater, but they lost the name because some legal stuff. It was one of the Pritzker family members. It was Jennifer Pritzker,
Okay.
so cousin of JB.
Okay.
They own like the Pritzker Military Library and some buildings downtown. They kind of, I don't know, philanthropic kind of stuff. They have a military library and some other things. But yeah, did that. I kind of mixed audio around, freelance. Say like Evanston Space. I worked there for a little while.
Oh, nice. I know somebody.
Sometimes filled in at the Vic. Where else? Obviously at Main Stage, I was working there for a long time. And then, doing events and other kinds of different AV corporate stuff.
Okay.
Events part, whatever kind of,
Oh, cool.
wherever the gigs took me.
Yeah.
For a while, I think I didn't really have like a solid, there was an employment, but I was always kind of
Bouncing around, man.
picking what I could.
Looking for the next paying job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Rode my bike everywhere. Didn't have a car for a long time.
Okay.
That's good.
Had suffered some injuries in that, but yeah, that was kind of my thing for a while, just riding. And I lived in like West Town, and I would ride all the way up to Rogers Park like all the time. I don't know. I didn't just move north.
Oh, West Town was fun. It was cheaper, right?
All season, and at all hours too. I'd get out at like 2 a.m. and ride home.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But no more of that. No.
It's a fun time. It's also there's a time and place in your life, I guess. When you do that stuff, and you move on. It's fine. Now you got a sweet place out here in the suburbs, and you ride your bike and do your thing, man.
Yeah.
So
still got the same bike. So
and the same attitude.
Yeah.
Deep down in there's the young guy who used to run around and hang out at all the venues, and you can't do that the rest of your life.
No, I still ride to the Jewel. I'm like, there's nowhere to lock up.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to lock up. I'm like locking up some tree in the parking lot. And it's the only thing I can get my chain lock around.
It's all right. We'll get there. We'll get there out here. So
well, cool guys.
Awesome, man.
It's fun. It keeps going. I keep thinking I'm gonna get up, and then we keep going.
No, it's all right. I'll let you go this time.
Yeah. I gotta go get some dinner.
All right.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, man.
Mac.
Take care.
I think I gotta grab my card, and
Yeah.
it should be good.
Yeah, he's got everything. He's waiting for you right there. I can see Will.
The real world's gonna sound weird when I take these cans.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. We'll invite you back.
All right, guys.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Cool.
Yeah. See you, man. All right. Boy, that was very real right there. See? Look at that. That's how it works.
Real bike shop talk.
Yeah. That's the way. That's the way I always intended it to be. Where that stuff's happening, and I think it makes for the most interesting, podcast. I was going to say radio, but it's nice to share that with people that are listening right now, because that happens every day at the bike shop. If you're willing to engage with the people who walk in, you meet just all sorts of interesting people. So you just never know. Take care, Max. See you, man. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Take care. Will's helping him all the way to the car. It's like 6 degrees below zero out there, and Will's like walking him out there
and he doesn't have a jacket on.
In a flannel shirt.
Oh, that's because he's from Iowa. That's why.
And also, he's wearing a flannel shirt here because he was learning how to bleed disc brakes, and he spritzed himself with all sorts of mineral oil or something. So I was in here.
It's more like you took a bath in mineral
oil. Oh boy. Boy, how about that, Max? Huh? You just sat down, and as soon as Will comes back, we'll get going with him. But Ari, I think that this is kind of where we should be able to start doing this a little bit more often. Of course, I say that now because it's the slow time in the bike shop, and we got time to do it. But hopefully, we'll make time even once the season starts to do more of these. I don't
think that'll be a problem.
And we'll start more. Maybe we'll have topics to talk about and things to talk about, or maybe not. You know what? I don't really care about topics. Will's very cold because he just walked out. He just walked Max to the car and helped him load his car, and he looks frozen right now.
It's cold as a cocksucker out there.
Oh, yes, that's the proper word. That's the proper use of cocksucker. That's exactly what I want from you, Will. So we got new voices. We got Ari also, right, Ari? There you go. So Ari, our new, I guess, head of the service department. I hope to have Danny back on the show at some point. I think Danny's in Boulder right now. He's out there doing some training. He had an extensive race season last year. He raced.
An injury too.
He had an injury. He broke a collarbone. Yeah. So there's a lot to catch up with Danny. Who else has been on the show? Joe Torres has been on the show. Joe's been part of the show here. So at some point we'll get Joe on, and we'll get Adrian Latrace. AJ is good guy and used to work at Cycle Smithy with me. He's been on a bunch of the shows with me and Danny. And I know he's contacted me about he has some show topics and things like that. So hopefully we pop up on his phone and he listens to this. And I'm excited about getting the podcast up and running again. I think in January or February of last year, I started talking with you, Ari, about coming on board and working here. I think that's kind of when discussions got real serious about you coming on board right around Christmas time or something, and we started talking about
during the winter.
Yeah, it was during the winter, and you were trying to make a graceful exit from your former employer. No need to burn bridges or leave people hanging. And I think so throughout the spring we were getting by, because I was doing all the repair work, and I think I had some help on the weekends, and during the week I was by myself, and just not a lot of time for anything else except for the bike shop. Like all my energy was being put towards keeping this place moving forward. We're lucky enough to get together with Ari, and Ari came on board, and I said, well, you know what, we're not going to go down without a fight. Let's rebuild this team and go for it. And I think it's been great. I'm actually super excited about where we're headed as a shop. I think we've got a kind of a new team here between Ari, Will. We got a new guy named George on board, another guy who's worked
Coco.
in
Coco.
Coco, yeah. His character name is Coco. He's spent a lot of time in the bike biz. You know, a different experience than Ari and I. You know, he worked at a run and gun shop on the lakefront. You know, kind of a rapid fire, lots of spot repairs. Yeah. You know, just run and gun. And I know that tempo down in the city. You know, and so it's really exciting. You know, it's the kind of stuff where you get in at 10 o'clock and before you know it, it's 6 o'clock in the evening, and you've just been going all at it all day long. You know, and just fistfuls of cash. So it's just probably
and all outside
on the lakefront. You know, so you just meeting and greeting all day long. You know, so he has that experience. And who else? Some of our regular characters have been around. Victor, he's been in and out. Little Isa. Anybody else here? Nobody else, right? No. Ed. Yeah, Ed's been on the podcast. So Ed, and so all those people are still in our orbit. They're not working here full time, but I think everyone that we've mentioned has been on the show at some point in time, and we'll probably incorporate them at some point, even if they just come on and say hi. You know, it'd be good to catch up with everybody here. And as I was saying before, Danny McMahon was integral part of getting this thing started. And, you know, we'll reach out to Danny again and, you know, see where he's at and get caught up with him. And he's had a lot of things and changes and, you know, going on in his life as well. So I think the break came at a good time for everybody just to kind of reset a little bit. Right, Will?
I'm a little quiet.
Oh no, man! We're gonna get it out of you. You're not quiet. I mean, the more
all in there,
right? It's completely. He surprises me. You know, the more we get to know him, the more comfortable he gets. The more he starts talking about himself. You know, so it's he wanted to change the world, and we'll dig more into that. You know,
that's an interesting topic,
right? The reasons why he wanted to change the world. You know, he pronounced himself. Well, he told us that he knows more about Martin Luther King than you or I, Ari.
Put together.
Yeah. So he
which is true.
Yeah, and Gandhi, and Greta Thunberg.
Not her.
What about you, Ari? What do you got to say? I mean, you know what? With Ari, I want to explore a little bit of Ari. You know, I mean, Ari's got a lot to say. Ari has a lot of history in the bike business. A lot of history in the bike business, and I'd like to explore all of that a little bit more. And I also like to give Ari an opportunity to get shit off his chest. The thing about having an outlet, the thing about having this podcast, you just get stuff get it off your chest. You know, I watch a lot of, I like to take the temperature of the bike industry, you know, and just kind of get a feel for what people are saying out there, because, you know, let's face it, we're stuck here in a bike shop, and I like different points of views. I like to understand where, you know, what people are thinking in different parts of the industry and parts of the world, and also the world. You know, like I like to get more of a global view of what's happening in the bike industry. You know, the best time to be alive. This time, you know, right now, lots of changes, a lot of interesting stuff. You know, maybe I will employ some robots at some point. You know, bring it on, man. Can't wait to have a couple of robots in my service department taking
doing tubeless setups.
Yeah, you know what? I totally. You know what your job will be then, Will? You know, make sure that
their batteries
are charged. Put a little lube in there, you know, and then we can just sit back and do this and make sure that the robots are working. You know, we've expanded, or we've remodeled the shop, and we've taken over more space, and we've kind of built a place where we're going to be able to entertain better and, you know, do a better job. I think that we've got some tools now that are going to help us build community and rebuild the local cycling community that kind of fell apart over the last 4 or 5 years since COVID. Yeah, I mean, I think that the entire industry is I think that part I think the people that are kind of leading this industry are missing that, the part where we need to rebuild the cycling community. That a lot of different groups and fell apart. A lot of things fell apart over the last 5 years.
Fragmented.
Yeah, and the bike world wasn't spared that. There was also a lot of death and destruction in the bike world, and right now I think we've picked up the pieces that are left that are worth salvaging, and we're in the process of trying to put that all together. And then to that, we're going to add all of the new people that came on board during COVID, which is really exciting. There's a lot of people there's a lot of people like you, Will, who are kind of new to this and are very excited to learn all the crap that Ari and I have in our heads, stuff that nobody really cared about for the last 20, 25 years. Nobody asked about for the last 20 or 25 years. There hasn't really been a need for a lot of the stuff that we have, a lot of the knowledge that we have. And now people like you are coming on board, and a lot of new people are coming in, and it turns out that all that stuff that we have stored in our hard drive, they're excited to hear it, and it's fun to see how excited people get when you can solve their problems. It's with something that I know, and that you'll eventually know. So and to teach you that stuff, to teach you the key,
well,
to making people happy.
Like you said, when I think the first day I walked in here, you said you can't really you have to pass it on person to person. It can't be from a screen or reading a book. It has to be from one person to another. The knowledge you guys have and what's in your head, and
and
it's 70 years, 80 years between the two of you guys. So
and I think I'm appreciating more that. I've always appreciated the people that taught me. Lucky to be in contact with all of my big mentors in the bike industry. Like the people that kind of got me started. But as the years pass by, the more I appreciate those guys. And the more I realize I'm going to miss them when they're gone. Those guys are all still around and still kind of, and they're still kicking, and they're deep in 70. They're all between 70 and 80 years old. They're old guys. And, I really appreciate those guys and what they've been able to do. And if 20 years from now, I'm able to do that, I think that would be kind of an awesome way to ride into the sunset, so.
For sure. It's cool.
We got work to do, Ari.
You sure do.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Anything else you got to say, Ari?
Not for today.
Not for today. That's not the way to. You always have to. And
there's a lot of stuff to think about and organize.
Like thought wise, or you mean here in the shop? Yeah,
thought wise.
Yeah, good. Well, I figured I'd turn this thing on. Next week we can. Now you
organize my thoughts.
Yeah, or not. I find that it's better not to think about it too much. I guess what I'm saying is be ready, because we're gonna start lighting this thing up.
Enjoyed my first one.
Well, thank you, Will.
It's all good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ari. That's it.
Thank you, Joe.
That's it for Bike Shop Society. I'll drop in we have a closing theme as well, and I'll lay that in right now. Okay. Bye.